According to this one here, a random sample of size n equals 64 is obtained from a population with a mean of 77 and a standard deviation of 24. Describe the sampling distribution of x of the mean. Okay, and this right, according to the central limit theorem, the sampling distribution of the sample mean becomes normal as the sample size increases, regardless of the shape of the population. Okay, this means that the shape of the sampling distribution of the sample mean, is approximately normal when simple random samples of size n are drawn from a large population with a mean and standard deviation. The sampling distribution sample mean will be equal to the population mean, and then they give us a formula here for this standard deviation. The sample standard deviation will be population standard deviation. The population standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size here. That's the sample standard deviation. So in this case here, the sample mean will be 77. And we have here 24 over square root of 64, which is 24 over 8, which is 3 for our sample standard deviation. And then they ask us to find probabilities. What's the probability that the mean will be greater than 80.75? Okay, so find that. Part B. So we have stat, crunch, calc, normal. There should be say stat there. So it should be stat, crunch, and then stats, and then calc, and then normal, average calculator, and then normal. What's the probability that the mean will be greater than? And they give us here, for the mean, we have 77. And standard deviation, we have 3. And they want it to be x is greater than. X is greater than 80.75. And then we hit compute. We end up with a value there of 0.1056, and that's our answer for part B. And then for part C, what's the probability that the sample mean will be less than or equal to 70.25? Okay. So go to stat, and then calc, and then normal. And then my mean is 77. Standard deviation is 3. Okay. In this case here, sample mean is less than 70.25. Then I hit compute to find the probability. There, C. And I have 0.0122, and that's what I have here. And then for part D, they want it in between. So stat, and then calculators and NOR, and then in between. Okay. So I have my mean here, and I have my standard deviation is 3, and my values between 74.6, 74.6, and 83.3. Okay. And then I go ahead and I hit compute. And I end up with 0.7702. And that's the end of that problem there.